I like the Reds. Tuesdays talking Reds, and older people are missing out on money they're due. That's a shame, isn't it? I feel like I'm old, and maybe I'm missing out on money I'm due.
How are you going to get it back?
I don't know, but I'm overdrawn every single month, and my missus is on my case about it. And I don't feel I'm leading some mad life, but you know, I want to go to Rome, I want to go to Kiev, I want to see the Reds lift number 6. So, who's asked? Okay. It is 1 week until we face Roma in the Champions League, so I personally am starting to get a bit excited about it now. West Brom, we've got to just beat them, haven't we, with, you know, a bit of a second string side maybe, rest a few players, but you know, get that top 4 spot boxed. Maybe get on the tails of United here, because, you know, they're all over the show, I think, and, you know, the manager seems to hate everyone and wants to sell everyone, and we'll get into that. But yeah, 1 week until Roma. Flag chat. I'm going to have a flag chat with you, because I've never ever made a flag stroke and or banner. I've bought, like, you know, the checkered Roma flag things in the past, and I've took that with me on a few European aways and hung that up. I know Gibbo's done a few. Have you ever done one?
No, I've never done one at all, no.
I want to do one now, because I've had an idea. You can all tell me it's shit, and that's fine. You know, you won't hurt my feelings today, I'm telling you, I'm flying. But no, my idea is, I was thinking live a bit, obviously, red flag, live a bird on it.
My
on
face?
One side. No, not your face. Live a bird on one side, Graham Souness with the European Cup on the other side, the famous picture or some kind of drawing of him or whatever. And then in the middle, Rome, sweet Rome. You know, because of 1984 and that. And also, I think that'd wind them up a little bit, because that's the only time they got to the European Cup final. And we beat them. And we beat them in their own backyard, so I think that's a nice little bit of needle and could be a nice flag, but I don't actually know about how to make the thing. And, like, you know, I know some people are like a bit sniffy about if it's like a printed flag, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you have to get it done properly,
well, my missus is creative, and she's convinced she can do it, but I'm not seeing any evidence of it yet, and I'm like, it's soon, you know. And she's like, it's all right. And I keep WhatsApping her, like, pictures of Souness and Rome, sweet Rome, you know, and all this. And it's just not happening.
You've got a week to get her
I'm not doing it for Anfield.
Oh, right.
I'm doing
for
it for
going away.
Yeah.
Right, so you've got 2 weeks.
I'm going to wear about 20 pairs of kecks and, like, I'm going to stuff an actual cushion down the back, ready for the lads on scooters who might stab me arse.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to walk around Rome with this flag. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll not be with you. I think it's the printed bit I'm unsure about here. Like, if you do it, you could, like, you're pretty creative as well. Like, you know, you could
do it. No, I don't want
like
it to be printed. I don't want it to be like a photograph.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, if you're going to get it, if you're going to have Souness on it, that's going to take a while. Why don't you just do it like the old-fashioned way of, like, get like a big massive flag and then, like, do the masking tape sort of thing where you paint it, do you know what I mean?
I think that's what Kelly's talking about, yeah, or some kind of, like, stencil image or something like that. We'll work it out maybe, but if you've got any flag or banner tips for me, fire away in the comments. We are reading some mad ones yesterday, by the way. Apparently when the other person's talking, I don't look. Talk.
It's Craig Hannan on the Talking Reds.
Great point, mate. Maybe that's why I don't look. Okay, what else is there? A week on Thursday as well, by the way. This is another thing I wanted to mention today. It's a bit of a scatty Talking Reds, but so what? It's going to be 100 Talking Reds a week on Thursday. So we've been racking our brains, like, what should the prize be? Like, because we're thinking of maybe doing a competition or something, and I was saying maybe, like, you know, free subscription for a year for someone who doesn't already subscribe or something like that. But then it feels like it should be something else. Like Sam was saying, well, maybe we could say to, you know, whoever wins can be on Talking Reds, but they might be weird.
Yeah, we've had a few weirdos on Talking Reds already, I'd say. I think the problem's probably if they're in the US or they're in, you know, Dubai or somewhere like that. Like, we can't promise them that and then not fly them over, and flying them over to do a 20-minute Talking Reds seems a bit excessive. Like, imagine putting that budget request form into Gibbo. Fucking hell.
Well, I was thinking maybe, like, it could be like a prize connected to someone from the Anfield app. So, you know, like sushi with Sam or nibbles with Neil. You know,
I don't want to know about that one. I think Sam's been promising me
on
sushi.
the Rob with Robbo.
a little insight into what everyone gets up to in their spare time. I think, didn't you do? I remember you did for that Dortmund game at Anfield. You did the game of Gibbo.
Yeah.
And the lad who won it, like, imagine
they're like best mates now, aren't
they?
they?
Yeah. Like I think they've gone to the match a few times after that. But like, imagine that as a prize.
Go the game with Gibbo.
Go the game with Gareth.
Go the game with Gareth. Should we do some news on that? That's supposed to be the point of all this, isn't it? But it seems a little bit of a slow news day, but here's some stuff that's happened then. Crouch and Carroll, both ex-Reds, scored last night in the West Ham v Stoke game. Battle of the big men to go to Russia. Someone's got to say it. Someone's already said that somewhere, haven't they? Someone somewhere's gone, oh, well, the two big men have scored, get them in Gareth Southgate's squad for the summer. I know you're a Northern Ireland fan, and I'm not particularly bothered about England, but I just like the way one goal happens, and everyone says it, get the big man on the plane.
It feels like every single, which was the Euros or the World Cup that Andy Carroll scores in, and it feels like every single one since then, we've had this discussion where Carl gets injured, then he comes back, then he scores a goal, and everyone's thinking, oh, can Carl make it? And then he gets injured again. It's just there's no point in that whole conversation. I don't know why. Do you need a big man in the team these days? I just don't think you do, really.
A lot of teams are just playing footy and that. They're lumping it to the big man now, aren't they? But it made up for Crouchy. I like him, and I really like him actually. His social media game is particularly strong, and he follows us and he likes bits and bobs of things we do. And we'd love to interview him, but it's just how you get to him. We've tried just DMing him, and he's blanked us there. What we need is someone who knows Crouchy, watches us and likes this, and can go, play the middleman or middlewoman and go to Crouchy and say, they're all right, they're up, the sound, it'd be a good interview, that. I mean, he's done like 4-4-2 and stuff like that in fairly recent times. So come on, Peter, lad, be a great interview, that. We'll have a chat about your time at the Reds, we'll have a chat about your time in Liverpool, and we'll have a chat about your career in general, and, be good, that, wouldn't it?
Imagine getting him on Talking Reds and Sam's got the camera there,
and
you're just talking. It'd just be like, his head would be out of shot.
Yeah, Sam boxed it there. Some Liverpool stuff then, well into the under-23s, who last night beat Everton in the mini derby in Southport, 3-1 it was. It leaves them with a sniff still of winning the title, which would be nice, Premier League too. All adds to the feel-good factor. And meanwhile, same evening, Manchester United under-23s have gone down.
In favour of all of that. We saw Liverpool play, I think it was the under-19s actually, in their equivalent of the Champions League. We saw Liverpool's play United. I think they went 2-0. United were a bit shit. Like, I can see why they got relegated. Nicky Butt's manager as well. I saw him talk about it in the media, saying it's not a disaster that they've been relegated.
Yeah, all right, it sounds just getting relegated. But I mean, I'm sure all those young lads, those lads who are coming through at a development stage of their lives, they really want relegation on the CV, don't they, Nicky? I mean, Liverpool, to be fair, are doing really well here because they've had a load of lads go out on loan. Ajaria, Woodburn's not really been available that much, but he played last night, I think. So a lot of the stars, if you like, of that age group are actually out elsewhere at other clubs. You got Wilson at Hull as well. Hull apparently want to keep him now. You've got Ryan Kent, who's out and about on loan as well. So there's quite a few good players there that could have helped Liverpool get over the line with this title who aren't actually there. So it's credit to the lads who've remained, that they're doing so well. I mean, I know a few of them, like Solanke had a game last night and scored a penalty and things like that. But nevertheless, it'd be cracking if they won that league. It'd be made up for them, and I think, as I say, will contribute to the feel-good around Liverpool right now.
Definitely, that's something as well. We were in the press conference with Gerrard after one of those Champions League youth games, and that's something you don't think about whenever you're a manager of the youth teams, that you could be doing really well, and if one of your players is doing brilliantly, then he's just plucked from you, whether to go out on loan or to play for the first team. And obviously that's brilliant because it tells you you're doing your job right. But I'm sure it's a little bit frustrating because even though they're youth managers, they'll want to win. Is it Critchley? Is it he'll want to win the league. He'll want that in his CV. But yeah, I think that you can definitely see the future is bright for Liverpool throughout the whole of the youth system, and especially when you can see a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold, who the under-23s probably thought they would have got a few games out of him this season, wouldn't they have? And there he is. He's going to be playing the Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, he's busy with the big boys, and he's getting more money now as well because apparently he's I think it's 30 appearances in the first team. It's triggered a clause, and his wages have gone up a little bit now. He's going to be on around 40 grand a week now. Paul Joyce reports in the Times today. Also as well, in terms of money, if you're interested in that type of stuff, Liverpool have got £1 million out of the fact that Raheem Sterling has won the league with Manchester City. It's just something that was written into the contract when he left. So that £1 million, I guess, can go towards Trent's improved contract, and I'm certainly enjoying watching Trent right now. And Sterling, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, honestly, I mentioned that I think on one the other day. Like, lots of people really getting the knickers in a twist about Sterling winning the league. Good luck to the lad. It doesn't bother me. He's nothing to do with Liverpool anymore. And City fans sing a song about it as well. Good luck to you. Great. Well in. Nothing to do with Liverpool. Played for us once. Doesn't anymore.
When City won the league at the weekend, it didn't cross my mind that Raheem Sterling was even part of that team. And he's been doing brilliantly this season, but I just don't care anymore. I love him as a footballer. He's really good. He's really good. But and I love how we got on his back whenever he comes to Anfield, because it obviously affects his performances. That's what we should be doing for the opposition. But in terms of as a footballer, as a person, meh.
Okay, well, Talking Reds is, of course, brought to you by the award-winning Anfield wrap. We love an award here. We've got a few of them now in the office, and it feels like a while since we're involved in one, really. So we're hoping that you could help us out with this. If you like our podcast, which I know a lot of you do, a lot of you subscribe, a lot of you listen to the free ones as well, we'd like to win the British Podcast Awards Listener's Choice. So Google British Podcast Awards, click on their site, find the Listener's Choice, and then just type in the Anfield wrap. We'll come up and vote for us. Apparently there's 20-odd thousand people already cast a vote in this. So maybe we're a bit late to the party, but power of the Reds and all that. Get involved, vote for us, and like I say, we'd love to have a new fresh piece of glass or metal that says we're boss on it, because we're that type of egoist type, you know what I mean? So we love all that.
It is listener's choice, so it is your choice. Yeah. So we're not telling you who to vote, but we are. Vote for us.
Yeah, get involved, vote for us if you like what we're doing. Today on the Anfield Wrap, if you do listen to our podcast, the review is out there, looking at in depth what happened against Bournemouth, the tactics employed, how we won it, and what it says about the season in general, and that sort of thing. That's with a qualified coach, if you don't know. It's always a good listen, one of our most popular shows. Also out there today, the Coach Home's out there, and the Gutter. The Gutter is back, where we look at potential transfer targets for Liverpool this summer. Also later today we're recording a new show, The Big Question. Done a few of these have been going down well. It's up to me to decide what the big question is, and I've decided the big question for today is next year our year? I'm hoping to get loads and loads of major clickbait heat from Everton and Manchester United fans on
this.
You
live for that sort of shit, don't you?
I'll be disappointed. I mean, the idea that that's a thing, it always gets me every year. Like, if a Liverpool fan says this year's our year or next year's our year, that's what we're in it for, though. Dreaming, thinking you can go out and win a league. If you're just there every season, starting the season, going, I'm a bit crap, and I don't know where we're.
Then you're an Everton fan, aren't you?
Or an Arsenal fan, Sam. Sorry, mate.
I think that's the difference of us, though. I think that little bit of delusion. I think every football fan should be a little bit deluded, because then it's not that fun. Being right at the end of the season when you've got you might have no trophies and you might just finish fourth, and you say, but that's what I said would happen. Well, that's boring. As football fans, we should be starting the season thinking, well, we're in the Champions League, so we might win it, and look, we might. We're in the semi-finals now. People would have been writing that off at the start of the season and saying this Liverpool team aren't good enough. This Liverpool team aren't good enough to beat Manchester City, but we just have, and that's as a football fan, 3 times in 3 months, and as a football fan, that's what we're in it for. That's how we should be thinking. That should be our mindset.
And also as well, we're consistently being a good side now. The other thing that to get a little bit excited about is that when Klopp was at Dortmund, it was the 3rd season when things really clicked with the players, all the players to talk about that in the Honigstein book. So there's
still reading that, by the way.
I've read it. I read it when I was on holiday, and he's still reading it. Good book, by the way, if you haven't read that one.
I think you're right, though. I think that's one of the key things I took from the point I've got to in the book, is that all of the players saying that with every season, and in particular every pre-season that they had with Klopp, more things started to click, and games like what we've seen against City, something will have clicked in their mind, in the players' mind, thinking, he is right. Look, this is working. We're beating one of the best teams in Europe, and we're in a semi-final of a Champions League because of it. And I think that helps continue that progression. And that third season thing has me excited. I think a little bet might have to go on Liverpool. That probably jinx it. So maybe not.
Why not? We're second favourites next year, by the way, so far, to win the Premier League. So there's other people out there who think we can possibly do it. So it's not just Liverpool fans being deluded. But yeah, we'll get into that in the big question. Looking forward to that one. Good panel of people, and we'll get into the nuts and bolts of why, how, and maybe Liverpool can win the league next season. Also on sale right now, by the way, is this cup. There's quite a poo photo on the website of it, which doesn't really do it justice, because it's of the Liverpool skyline, so you've got to sort of turn it round to see it all. And obviously, if you just take a picture of it like that and throw it on the website, you don't see it.
Who are you blaming?
It's a collection of people, isn't it? It was just people trying to get it up on the website.
Go on, you shit, I see you're blaming.
So that's available right now on the AnfieldRap.com. I think it's a Boss Cup, which is why I've decided I'm having one, really. Now that I've advertised it on here and I've drank tea out of it.
Have you been pretending? No, I've always been pretending for product placement.
I haven't done a Craig Hannan where he came on this show on a number of times and was doing this.
I've got merch targets, you know what I mean? No, that's
blank
not true.
Drinking
No,
tea.
That's not true. What was happening was, it's just the way I drink it.
Wind them back and have a look, he was blagging
It's just the way I drink it.
But anyway, yeah, if you're into that club, have a look. The AnfieldRap.com, click the shop, and it's in there. We'll be back in a minute, and we'll have a waffle about today's papers. Today's newspapers then, my mates, and on the back of the Daily Fail, Pogba can go. Pogba can go. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the fact that Jose and Pogba hate each other and that they're ready to let him go. This is an exclusive by Chris Wheeler, so it may well not be right, because exclusives sometimes mean that it's not properly sourced. I'm not questioning Chris Wheeler. I'm just saying it's in the mail, and maybe it's Jag. But then again, maybe it's right. I mean, he doesn't, he substituted them again, didn't he? There's this constant debate around them. Everyone had a bit of a laugh when they paid 89 million quid for a player that they previously had on the books anyway. And if they now go on and flog him because, the manager can't get the best out of him, then there's Liverpool lols to be had again, isn't there?
Liverpool lols. That's a new one.
On the ladder of lol, I am laugh my arse off.
Yeah, 5 Craigs out of Craig for that one. I reckon. I think.
What do you reckon should be on the ladder of lol? So there's like lol, that's just the lowest rung, yeah. Then like laugh my arse off, lols, yeah.
Lol.
Raffle,
like that one. Yeah.
Roll on the floor laughing. Yeah.
Lamau, is that how you say it? Lamau.
Laugh my arse off.
Yeah.
So what one of them are you doing at United about Pogba?
Whatever the top one is, I think the only thing.
I reckon if you're rolling on the floor laughing, that's quite high, isn't it?
Does that mean I'm literally? I'll talk about Pogba. Yeah, high up in the ladder. I think the bit about it is they'll probably recoup. They'll probably receive a similar fee to what they paid, just because of the way the transfer market has gone now. You into that?
I'm just making sure I look.
All right, yeah, no, it's really disconcerting. I think. Yeah, we all had a bit of a laugh, didn't we, with the fee, the way he'd come back, that weird video with him and Stormzy, and from a marketing sense, I can see why they'd done it, but from a football fan sense, weird. But I think, yeah, look, I'm just not that bothered by him, in that just goes to show that he hasn't really done it in terms of his stats are all right. Like I was having a look at his stats yesterday. His stats are okay.
Well, I've had some damning stats.
Oh, right, go ahead.
I've had some damning stats.
Well, we can just cut out that bit that I've just said, and then.
Oh, don't cut it, and I was everyone fumes about that. All that happened, by the way, was Sam was patting his head, and it was distracting. So I said, "That's really distracting," and then he cut it out. That's all that happened. I didn't swear or anything, or say anything libelous or anything like that. Anyway, the damning stats, that was yesterday's show. The damning stats about Paul Pogba are: he was substituted for the 4th time this season on Sunday. He was also hooked by Mourinho in both meetings with Newcastle and in the 2-0 defeat by Spurs at Wembley. He scored just 5 goals this season, a figure bettered by 18 other midfielders midfielders in the Premier League. He's created 34 chances this season, which ranks him 31st in the league. And if you compare this to Kevin De Bruyne, he's laid on 103. He ranks 18th in terms of passes completed. Granit Xhaka, who's shite, has done almost double that for Arsenal. And then the 25-year-old has a pass completion rate of 85.3%, ranking him as just the 5th best United midfielder behind Lingard, Matic, Herrera and Mata. And not one of Paul Pogba's 74 touches against West Brom came in their box. So, Glenn, what were your great stats about Paul Pogba?
I think it was his assists. No, but right, so he was injured for a bit, wasn't he? 5 goals, is that not similar to what Oxlade-Chamberlain has scored? And we've been saying, no, I'm caveating it all, but I do think the best thing about this is if they do let Pogba go, when he plays under a manager that doesn't play him defensively and pushes him forward and sort of gets the best out of him, he'll flourish, and that will be the best part. Not the actual selling of it. It'll be whoever he goes to, whether it's a Real Madrid or whatever, and he absolutely smashes it in La Liga. That'll be the lulls.
Yeah, I mean, jokes aside, he is obviously a talented player. I mean, someone else I'm getting on all the comments. I told you to read them. Someone was like, I can't believe you're calling United shite, they're above us in the league. And it's like, it's just a throwaway comment. You know, we're Liverpool fans, we're going to say these type of things. It's not always like serious match of the day.
How bad would...
Oh, well, they're above us in the league, so I can't say the shite.
How bad would Talking Reds be every day for like, United have been good, haven't they, Gareth? Yeah, they have,
sad. Great manager Mourinho, you know, fantastic fans, love them. Everything about Manchester's great. Nah. Okay, what else in the papers? So we've done Pogba. There was something else. Oh yeah, lots of Man City chat, as you would expect. But some of it contradicts them, which I like. So there's talk that they'll go and spend a load of dough again, which is what I would expect, really. It says here on the back of the Mirror, reality check. See what they've done there? See what they've done? I like a pun. They're saying that Guardiola will have 200 million quid to spend on new players because, you know, he really needs that, doesn't he? But then, elsewhere, what paper's it in? Come on, Gareth. Don't know. It's in one of them, though. Take me word, I think it's in the Mail. It's in the Mail again, here we go. Good old Mail. They say that City are facing a transfer ban. And this is the idea that they signed Argentinian Benjamin Gare? Don't know.
I love your pronunciations because
I love the way everyone pulls me on them.
It was what was the one? Pochettino.
Oh yeah, Pochettino. It's like a coffee. It's like a coffee for Spurs fans.
A Pochettino with milk.
Can I have a Pochettino and a bit of toast in there? Anyway, according to it's going to go to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and there is a chance that they could get a transfer ban, and there is precedent for this as well. So Atletico Madrid, Barcelona and Real Madrid have previously been found guilty of breaching FIFA rules over the transfer of under-18s. Atletico were banned for 2 windows, Barcelona banned for 2 windows, and Madrid banned for 1 window. So there's a possibility there that City could get this transfer ban. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it be? Because, you know, one of the things when we're talking about Liverpool's chances all the time is, oh well, they've got loads of money and, you know, they're just going to buy boss players and all that. I mean, your mate Pochettino, Cappuccino, he's in the papers today saying, you know, there is this constant chat about the money, and he said the thing is, it obviously does make it easier, and he actually goes into a bit of detail other than just saying it just means you can go and buy boss players. What he says is, you know, you can have a plan as a manager or you can have a plan as a set of coaches, but better players will execute the plan better. You know what I mean? And it's a fairly obvious point, but it's just quite nice for the managers to get into detail as to why it's hard. And so Pochettino. If someone would like to pop into the Anfield app and teach me how to talk sometime, feel free, the door's always open. Have you got anything else to add today, Craig?
Not really, no.
No?
Yeah.
Are we going to win the league next season?
Yeah, I think we're going to win the league next season.
Are we going to beat Roma?
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to beat Roma.
Are we going to beat Real Madrid or Bayern Munich in the final?
I think so. It'd be really shit if I said, nah, we're going to get beaten in the final, wouldn't it? Nah, I think we will. I think there's something like my mate's a United fan, United season ticket holder, and he texted me this morning with a message. Haven't heard from him in ages. He texted me a message. He said, "I can't believe all of this. I can say this. You bastards are going to do this." That's what United fans are thinking. They're watching us. They're watching what's happening with us. And they think, and they're trembling. And you know what? If we win the Champions League and we're signing Naby Keita and more, roll on next season as well.
It's all good. It's all good being a Liverpool fan. We're the greatest team in Europe, and we're going to Italy. Is right. That's been Talking Reds. See you tomorrow.